Hey guys, welcome back to episode 12, and today I have a few sim games for you, and then it's, I think, game 34 against the New York Islanders. And what I wanted to talk about in this video is just round up the rest of the free agent signings which have happened, like I've been doing in the previous two videos. So the first guy I wanted to talk about today was Jerome Iginla. Iginla's been picked up by the Bruins, and it's a bit of a surprise he's gone there, considering the whole situation that happened on trade deadline day with the Bruins thinking they had him. Many of the analysts thinking that the Bruins had him, like Aaron Ward, and then him ending up at the Penguins. Once Ray Shero gave Jay Feaster the look that he gives every GM: sell me your players very cheap, and they will play for me and not you. It'll be interesting to see actually whether what kind of reception Iginla gets in his first game, because during the Boston series, Boston Penn series, he got booed a lot, Iginla. So I would imagine the Bruins fans will get over it pretty quickly. So he'd be penciled in on a line, I would imagine, replacing Nathan Horton. So he'd go with David Krejci and Milan Lucic. So more of a power forward than Horton, I would say. He didn't look great for the Penguins, although Iginla got a lot of points. His skating wasn't particularly good. I know he was playing his wrong wing because James Neal was given the right wing slot. I understand why, because of his history with Gino and the way those two actually play together. But you know, Iginla was stuck out somewhere that he hadn't played very much. So I think it's a good move for him. There's lots of bonuses, I think, in this salary that he's been given. I think it's around 7. Is it 6? I think it might be 6, actually 6. But there's like 4 million of bonuses in it. So yeah, best of luck to Iginla. You know, he's a great guy, great hockey player, and I hope he does well there. Just not too well, as in knocks us out of the Stanley Cups next year. And also be interested to see the reception that he gets by the Pens. I would imagine it will be quite good, because most Pens fans who were in the know knew that Iginla, Morrow, Murray, etc. weren't going to be signed with the cap coming down. So yeah, hopefully Jerome Iginla does well in Boston, and yeah, I'll be interested to see what reception he gets. First of all by the Boston fans, and then by the Pens fans actually. Next guy I wanted to talk about is the person I think who has been overpaid the most. I know I've said previously in the last video about Clarkson and how I think he's been very overpaid, but Ryan Clough, for me, has been given a ridiculous salary. It's $5 million a year. It's 5 years, and for a guy who's had 3 concussions in the past 3 years, scored 3 goals in. Did he play? I don't think he played 48 games last year, but he came close to playing them, and his form has gone down rapidly in the past few years. I can understand why New Jersey have gone after him because of the whole losing David Clarkson thing, but to pay him that much money is just ridiculous. When I heard it, I honestly couldn't believe it. And when they were asking the analysts at TSN on the day who they thought was the worst deal, I think basically all of them said Ryan Clough. It's a crazy contract. He was a good player in San Jose. He brings grit to the team. I used to always have him in my fantasy teams because of the penalty minutes he would accumulate, and also the fact he was playing generally on a line with either Joe Thornton or Logan Couture or even Joe Pavelski, and he was always going to pick up about, say, 50 points, maybe 60 in that team, because it was just the top 6 for San Jose is ridiculous. But I just can't understand this move by the Devils. I really don't, especially for a team who has been cutting salary after Parise's left. So yeah, I don't see this ending well. It's not really a tradable contract. And put it this way, if you had Ryan Clough for 5 years at 5 mil a year, this before the free agency period, wouldn't you have bought him out? because I sure as hell would have done if I was a GM. After his recent concussions and his performances, I would definitely have bought him out using the compliance buyouts. So I don't know. I don't know what Lou Lamoriello was thinking. Really, he made a great move at the draft to pick up Corey Schneider for that first round pick, and now he's just gone out and given uh, an injury-prone, above-average winger who probably is going to get suspended at some point during the season, $5 million a year for 5 years. Doesn't make any sense to me, but you never know. He could turn out and score 30 goals or something ridiculous. Playing on line with Kovalchuk and Adam Henrique maybe. So yeah, best of luck to Ryan Clough, but I don't see this working out for the Devils well. Really can't see it working out well for them. So quickly before the end of this video, I want to try and round up in as few words as possible some of the other deals which have happened. So I'm just going to be recording for a little bit, stopping, recording, stopping. So yeah, just about to go into that now. First up, Filppula at Tampa Bay. Like the player, like the fit, don't like the salary. 5 mil is too much for him. More like 4 mil would have been better, I think, for 4 years, something like that. But this free agent market, everyone's going to overpay, so he's got big boots to fill, replacing Le Cavalier on the second line, but good two-way player, will bring a lot to the team. Clark MacArthur, signing with Ottawa, good fit there as well, I think. Really looking for a bounce-back year from him after being very marginalised under Randy Carlyle, so I'll be interested to see what he does. Andrew Ference with the Edmonton Oilers. Again, I like that move. I think it's a very good move for the Oilers and for Ference as well. I believe he's from the Edmonton area and so is his wife. So I'm sure they're settling very well there. Young core, needs leadership. What a better guy to do it than Andrew Ference. He's just coming off winning a cup. And finally, my deal of deadline days, let's say, is Travis Hamonic. 7 years. I think it's about 4 mil. For Travis Hamonic, good defensive defenseman, going to be a good player in the league. It's very odd to see the New York Islanders sign someone long term, Rick DiPietro, for good money. So yeah, I really like that deal for Travis Hamonic, and he's someone who I get to see a lot because of him playing on the Islanders against the Pens. So guys, that wraps up all I want to talk about with the free agents. Let me know what you think about the signings, who's the best signings, who's the worst signings, and next video, episode 13, we'll be talking about the Bobby Ryan trade. I know I wanted to get into it in this one, but I'm going to have to delay it to episode 13. So I shall catch you guys then.